What's going on, everybody? Ibrahim Nwagui Corporate Dropout University, and this is another episode, a very special episode of the check-in, where we check in with our favorite entrepreneurs, hustlers, and influencers. We started it back March of last year at the top of the pandemic, and here we are starting a new chapter with it. We're on live, same format. I'm going to bring my guests on right now, and we're going to get right into it. Connected to audio. Ladies, how y'all doing?
Good. Great. How are you?
How are you?
I'm great. Welcome. Long time coming.
Yes. Excited.
How you doing? Down at the bottom. So, first and foremost, welcome. I want to thank you guys, number one, for being my inaugural streaming on this different platform. I've been doing it from Instagram pretty much since inception back in March of last year at the top of the pandemic. So I appreciate you guys. This is like this little thing. This is the first one. It's a little. We're gonna fill our way through it, but the spirit is what it's supposed to be. So first thing is I'm gonna start before I even allow you guys to introduce yourselves. I just want to reiterate the premise and what I started this thing for, and that was to check in with my favorite entrepreneurs, hustlers, influencers during the pandemic to see how they're doing, because generally speaking, the people that I interview are the ones who do the checking. We are the pillars of, more than likely our communities in the way that we administer our gifts, and that is entrepreneurship largely. So I like to bring people on to just kind of see where you are and how you're doing. So I call this the You Show, basically. that's what I call it the You Show, because you set the tone. So without further ado, I'd like for both of you ladies to introduce yourselves and the business, the entity that you guys represent.
Okay, well, hello, I'm Tavia Carter. I'm one of the founders of Blaq, Everythang. That is the business that we represent. And I'll let my partner introduce herself as well.
Hello, my name is Michelle Tatum. I'm also co-founder of Blaq, Everything. Did you want us to give some background information?
Yeah. Let's get into it. I'm learning with the rest of my viewers. I'm learning just as well. So I know a little bit, but I want to hear from y'all.
Okay. So I've been doing entrepreneurial things for over 15 years now. That's actually how Tavia and I became friends through another venture. So we've known each other for coming up on a decade now. We old. But we started Blaq Everything to be like a beacon of light. We wanted to be a place where we can build unity, build our community, educate our people on entrepreneurship, economics, how the dollar really works, normalize buying Black, and just empower our people to be the excellent Black people that we are.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And my background is actually hospitality management. Okay. I used to run hotels for a living. And when I stopped doing that, I did venture into entrepreneurship and fell in love with it. I realized that I was not meant to be an employee. I do better when I run things myself. So yes, that is how me and Michelle met. We were very like-minded. We still are. And I'll just add on a little bit to what Michelle said about Blaq Everything. It's just really important to us with the way the world is right now. We really feel like the biggest thing that one of the biggest things that we can do as a people is get our economic standing up. right? So that is one of the things that we're really passionate about, is just people buying Black and normalizing buying Black, because if we don't get our economic standings together, I mean, this money, the world runs off of money. So we have to do that to be able to make any type of significant change. So we said, you know what, we're going to do something about it. And this is us doing what we can, instead of, going out there and rioting or protesting. Like, this is something we're going to do that is going to have a long lasting effect within our community.
I agree 100%. Of course, I found out about you guys through a mutual party, Lloyd Ford, and we both know what they're doing over there. I mean, I've been following, really being a part of, the movement that is CGE since the days in the NAACP building up in the room. I don't know if y'all know about that, but we
do.
You know,
we know some of the other parties too.
Yeah. So I'm completely on board, and that's generally why I created not only this platform, but Corporate Dropout University in a nutshell. And that is, it's literally an extension of what you guys are doing, but you guys are here in Houston, right? Where and Tavia, you have people up in B-More, right? We got people in, we have people everywhere, up in Detroit, in New York, in Atlanta, California, and they all thinking and making these little silo movements, And so in my mind, I'm like, well, if we really gonna get the engine moving the way that we need to get it moving, then we need to tap in with one another. Right. But so this is a very important question. It's very simple, but it's very important. And you guys can go in whatever order you want to. You guys can go in whatever order you want to. Very simple. With everything that's going on and that has gone on, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you?
As far as with...
I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Let's go with that. Let's start there.
Go ahead, Michelle. Tell
seriously, how are you doing? Like,
no,
if somebody
seriously, I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. We get to come together, and that is a part of the reason why All Blaq Everything was formed, because both Tavia and I are mad as hell, and we're like, what can we do? There's something, in our community, we always talk about how we don't have no leaders. But the thing is, we have leaders. But we don't have people who want to listen to the leaders, who actually want to do anything. They rather get on social media and type about it instead of, doing something about it. So we decided we're gonna freaking do something about it. That's exactly where I could get so fired up right now, but I'm gonna chill for a second. I'm gonna let Tavia say her piece.
Well, you know what? I have something. I have kind of like a note on, like, an extension of what you're saying. But I'm gonna, Tavia, you go first, and then I'm gonna come back with one little note that I got for what you said. I agree to a certain extent. I agree, but go ahead, Tavia.
It's just ridiculous. And I mean, honestly, both of us are mothers of Black men, Black sons, So when you see all the craziness going on in the world, it's like, what? Like, why is it okay? And, the conversations that we have to have with our kids is unnecessary, and I don't even know, like, how to put in words how I feel. Like, there are times that sometimes when things happen, like, it emotionally affects me, like, instead of being mad and angry, it's more like you want to cry, and you do cry, because you just think about, like, whatever is going on in the world, whoever it's affecting, like, directly affecting, they didn't wake up that morning expecting to hear that someone in their family got killed or what have you for doing nothing, right? And it just makes it so, like, it could be me, it could be Michelle. It's just mind-blowing that the entire world does not see how outrageous it is. Like, it shouldn't matter what race you are. They should see how unfair Black people are treated and be over it. But they're not. And I mean, if this recent election did not teach anybody anything, half of this world is still racist as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. It's just sad. It's so sad and disturbing on so many levels.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. I feel, believe it or not, I feel empowered at this moment because I don't expect anything from anybody. So my stance is a little different in the sense of, man, you show it. They used to say back in the day, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. So I'm not in disbelief anymore. My uncle told me something a long, long time ago. It was very simple, but it was just like, it set with me. Very simple. OG, he just was like, he said, brother, don't be surprised at anything. It was like a bunch of stuff going on. And I called him. I was like, man, can you believe it? And he was like, brother, don't be surprised at anything. And it set with me because I knew that he didn't just mean in that situation. I knew that he meant like in life. And so at this moment, I don't need them to show me again, or anybody for that matter, to show me that you don't really rock with me like that, especially when I know that I can link up with sisters like you, with brothers like Lloyd and Randy, like I'm really feeling like the run that we've been having over the last couple of years in terms of just getting together on an economic level, on a political level, whatever. I feel like we starting to be able to get away from really the need. Now, there are obviously, we live in a society, but I feel like we are beginning to identify all of the different pieces, and you guys are very important in that because of the economics, right? But then we also need people to be trained in the simple things, right? Like our agriculture, right? Well, I know a couple of people that have actual community grocery stores that they've constructed in their cities, right? But you guys need to know about it, right? So then we can outsource through there. Well, I know some people in Africa that are importing their food here. So I feel empowered. And to you, Michelle, I just had one little, I had one thing. It was that we are the leaders, right? This is a leaderless movement, I feel, at this point, right? Like, so I think back in the day, we were looking for a leader. We get a leader to get killed, we get discouraged. It takes us like 20 some years to bounce back, get a new leader. Or like you said, like there's leaders in the community and people don't want to listen. Well, I think that there's beginning to be a collective consciousness that's happening, right? So everybody not on the same level. Like you ladies, you are probably eons ahead of a lot of people in the community, right? In terms of being a self-starter and pulling in your community to make some type of change. But I think that we got to give ourselves some credit too, because there's nobody leading this charge right now. Everybody kind of just got it in them right now to kind of like, I need to do something because nobody's coming. Hashtag nobody's coming. That's how I'm feeling right now. I mean, look, I didn't insert it. This is supposed to be the I didn't insert it myself in a situation, but I'm
but that's the truth.
I'm in line with y'all. But
that's the truth. There is nobody coming to save us. We get to save ourselves.
Yeah.
And I just turned 40 the other day, and I think back like on my life and the things, and just like my journey and how I got to where I am. And like it's my responsibility to help people who are where I was, get here, and I'm not, like really far, but in my journey, but I have taken so many steps. It is my responsibility to be a leader, to help people. And that's the thing is like, we're looking for someone like Malcolm, Martin, Rosa Parks. We don't have people like that in our community, in anybody's community, really. Like in today's dating people to be perfect and have no flaws. And
is she breaking up?
Would you say, Tavia?
Yeah, she breaking. She back now.
Yeah, you're back. You were breaking up.
Yeah, you breaking up. Like, cause I was like, man, that's cool. How
it's
she
okay.
How she got a screenshot of herself looking just like what she was just looking like. Okay. I think you're back now. I think.
Okay. Am I back?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay. Can you see me?
It's choppy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But it's okay. We can,
as long as we can hear you. Okay. I'm done talking. Ask your next question.
Well, okay. So I want to take you guys back, right? And at this point, we're almost a year removed from it, but I do like to ask this question because it gives me kind of an insight on like what the pandemic did to you guys' business model. So if you can you take me back to your business operation before the pandemic hit? That's the first thing. What were you guys doing? Second thing is, it hits, how does it change? How does it change your operation? Does it change your operation? That's what I want to know. I want to know what you guys were doing before it hits. How did it make you guys pivot?
So the irony is the pandemic actually created time for us to create our business.
Yeah.
So we started this during the pandemic. So we really can't speak to how we operated before. But I can tell you that because we do host events, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We host events where people come and sometimes there's 150 people in one place. So the way it's affected us is we just have to be conscious of the fact that everyone doesn't think the same, right? We have some of our customers and clients that are like, listen, my immune system is up to par. I take moss and my elderberry, I'm good. And then we have those people that are like, get away, back up, give me 6 feet. I need my mask on. I need my hand sanitizer. So what we've done is we've just, we've made our mask required.
Yeah.
Mask required. We have hand sanitizer everywhere. So that no matter where you're at in the building, you can comfortably feel like if I just touch something or somebody, they can sanitize. And we have a bigger venue now where the can definitely enforce social distancing. And we kind of make everybody feel comfortable and safe. And we make sure that it's known, to people coming that these are the rules, so that it'll make them feel comfortable and safe to come and buy Blaq. You have anything to add, Michelle? But yeah, we're thankful for the pandemic in the aspect that it gave us much needed time to just sit still and allow our creative juices to flow and create this business.
So this is why, to me, this space is so beautiful, right? Because you guys are not in the minority. You are very much so in the majority of almost every person that I have had on this platform, right? And I say with the exception of maybe like I had like a barber, I think, and he was kind of like, dog, I'm about to do something else. But everybody else was like, this was like an incubation stage for them. And either they were like you guys, they were thinking about doing it, they had time to actually sit down and get it done, or they were doing something and the pandemic hits and then it just like jumped into light speed. And so I'm like doing my little personal case study with this, because I'm telling you, it's like 99%. Everybody who I've spoken to on here has said that the pandemic has, in a way, taking whatever they were doing to the next level. You want to say something, Michelle?
I always want to say something, but no.
Well, I want to hear it.
It did. You know, I think for us, particularly the pandemic, and everything that happened like during the pandemic kind of was like, because we had already been, like you said, like working on our own things, you know, individually or whatever. But the pandemic was it was like, just like, no, we have the time. You know, let's do this. Why not?
Yeah.
And there's like a meme I saw going around that says, like, if 2020 didn't bring out the hustler in you, it's not in you. And I firmly believe in that. You know, I do. Like, I mean, you can even shoot. I know this is not 2020 was not a great year. You know, lost a lot of people. So I understand that. But at the same time, this is people's chance to think outside the box and pivot and move differently. And if you didn't figure that out, then sorry.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
So I have two stances on that, because I started out like that. And I was borderline shaming people. I ain't gonna lie. Like, my personal Instagram name is Hustlin' Mo. Like, so I got my hands on something always. So I was borderline shaming people, but then somebody had to, you know, give me the game and said, you know what, some people been running so much, you know, that they needed to sit their behind down somewhere and allow for this to just be, a reset, you know. So I guess it just depends on if you were just kind of lazy before, and then you had all these, you know, man, if I only had this amount of time, and then the time comes and you ain't take care of it, then by all means, you're not the one, bro. It's not gonna happen for you. But, you know, for the people that, you know, it's just because I know a few people that like they just like
always on stuff.
And it's like, you know what? Sit down. Just look. They not calling you. They not telling you got to come in. Just sit down. And so I'm on both sides of that at this point. But at first I was kind of like, oh nah, I was that mean, basically. And I want you to look, and then I'm just
trying to shame.
You break up again.
Yeah, she breaking up.
Don't worry about it.
Well, you know, so I'm gonna let y'all in, right? So you guys are the first one. So we working our way through this. So one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because Instagram is ruthless with the cutoff, right? So generally, when I do my my interviews, I'm like, question time. Thanks for coming. Peace out. But it leaves a lot in the middle, you know, and I'm like, dang, like I wish we could have expound on that topic. So I say that to say, if you do want to expound on something, by all means, you know, the time is on you. I don't have to go anywhere in the morning. I mean, I'm gonna drop my kids off, but I don't have to. And so that's the reason why, you know, amongst other things, just, you know, reaching a bigger, you know, audience. I shifted over to, you know, doing it here so I can stream straight to YouTube and Facebook, blah, 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 blah. But back to what we were talking about. You kind of touched on innovation, right? Because I'm real big on innovation. Obviously, it's kind of hard because you guys are you're people touchers, right? You have to be kind of in the mix with the people. But outside of just like the I guess the precautions, the health precautions, has this thing spawned any type of innovation for your business model other than the health precautions? And I mean, I understand too that there was no business before this, so it's kind of a weird question because y'all just learn as you go. But I'd add this: has there been anything that you say, or do you see anything in the future?
Yes.
How do you see?
We're constantly growing and changing, and learning and figuring it out. You know, this started with an idea for a festival, for a way to bring us together for community and to showcase Black excellence and circulate the Black dollar. That's what this started as a festival.
Yeah.
And then we started going into the arena of events. We started with pop-ups. Now we're going to do more networking events like paint and sips. We're going to do virtual events. You know, we're learning social media, all this stuff. Like there's so much that is changing and growing in our business. Like, I don't even know where to start, really. It's a lot. And just, we haven't even been a company for an entire year yet. And like, it's just a constant change. And as we meet people and we see, okay, like, this is an element that we want to bring into our business, then, you know, we're focusing on that too. So 2021 for All Blaq Everything is going to be a huge shift for us. We've already started a bunch of new things just this year.
Were you guys, so I pulled up on the Blaq Stock event. Were you guys a part of that over at y'all wasn't a part of it? I think y'all might have been having something going on at the same I don't know, whatever. But anyway, I definitely want to pull up on y'all because all of the video, all of the pictures y'all look like it's more than just you know, you look like it's a party going on up in that thing. I need to
come that's what we try to do. We you know, like not just like, of course we
oh, she left us.
Man, what she was about to say was about to be so, it was about to be so prolific. They try to, like, I'm about to go super conspiracy theory on y'all. Like, man, they had to stop it. She was about to go so prolific.
Right. No, but what she was saying is that's what we try. We aim to create a vibe. Like, we want people to come in and be comfortable. We want people to want to chill and network and talk to each other. Not just come in and shop, but come in, see the paintings, talk to the people who are there, see why they started their business, you know, like, see how we can work together. You know, we meet so many people all over, and we have people that come into our pop-ups who do things like for instance, we have a lady who does she is a Black owned shipping, so she runs a shipping store out of Sugarland. She comes to our when she comes to our pop-up, we make sure we introduce her to our other vendors to make sure they know, hey, if you want to do shipping, she does, she'll package your stuff up. She'll, you know, so it's about not just coming to spend your money, but coming to network and see how we can build each other. It's a whole vibe, you know?
100%. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all know. I don't know how old y'all kids is. Mine is 4 and 2, so they going off back then.
Oh, mine. Hey, Mom, so I'm surprised you guys don't hear him. I don't know if you do.
I know, and I know them. This camera pick up everything, so whatever. Either way,
but no, I said everything I was gonna say. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I got cut off, but
no, we already figured it out. We on some super conspiracy theory. You was about to say something so fly and so prolific that the people had to cut you off. That's what I'm going with. They had it. They try to stop you. This platform is very much so about not only uplifting current entrepreneurs, but grooming the next generation of entrepreneurs. And so I like to ask my guests what their brand of advice would be for a young person who is considering starting their own business. And you got to think about how taboo that could be, especially if you're in like high school. People, you know, nobody is really pushing it, in my opinion. And maybe I haven't been in the world enough. I don't know. But
or maybe you're just not around the right people, because there are some young people out here who are doing it,
I want to be around them because I'm just coming from like when I was growing up, and I know that the push was strictly about college, and it seems like it's that way even still, majority. And I'm saying that I want, at some point, my goal is to just be a conduit, in a sense, to make entrepreneurship less of a taboo. Like, I want it to be like, hey, you can go to college, or you can, you know, start your own business. I want the career counselors to be saying this in high school, like, hey, you know, you got this path where, you know, we can put you on the track to, if you have a passion and you have a skill, let's go this way. Because think about it, way back in the day, they used to have, you know, you could sharpen your skills in a trade, but even that, they were still training you to go into, you know, a certain, you know, it's going into a certain place. But let me go on back. The question is, what would be your brand of advice for a young person who is considering being an entrepreneur, pursuing entrepreneurship?
One, I know Michelle has a lot to say. I'm gonna just give you a couple things. Okay. Not me like that. No, you do, girl.
That's right.
So I would just say, like, I think it's, especially being a young entrepreneur, it's very important to hang around people. You know, like, especially if you know what you want to do, like it's very wise to hang around or be a mentee of someone that is doing what you want to do successfully.
Successfully. Okay.
It's the key word, right?
It's the key.
And to make sure that you take heed to everything they're saying, like, let your brain be a sponge, and to not give up, because it's so many naysayers that will do what you said, like, oh, you don't want to do that, go to college, or you could do this. Like, stick to your guns. Stick to your guns. And if you know that that's what you want to do, make it happen, period. And but if you're around the right people, then you're going to anyway. So that's just something that I feel like is huge. Your circle is so huge.
Your circle. Noted. I'm loving that one, because I haven't heard that one specifically, but it's very important. Michelle, what you got?
It is. That was one of the things that I was going to say, actually, is create a mastermind. I feel like, even for me, that was like the biggest piece, because you have so many people that will try to keep you, dream stealers, who will try to keep you from achieving your dreams. So I think the number one most important thing is, who are you around? Who are you around? Because you can create a vision, you can create goals, you can create an action plan, all that stuff. But if you're around somebody who's thinking down here, then you're never going to get up here. You know, like, you got to be around the people. We used to say in another venture that I had, surround yourself with the thinking that outthinks you. So if you're always the smartest person in the room, you need to upgrade your friends, because you're going to stay here. You got to continuously upgrade yourself and upgrade your friends and upgrade your social circle, or you're never going to move. And don't be afraid to learn and grow and change your thoughts and change your beliefs and change your actions based on those thoughts and beliefs. Because if your thoughts and beliefs were actually serving you, you'd be where you want to be. You know, so don't be afraid to change or question why, or seek some outside counsel or whatever. Like Wayne Dyer says, you know, as human beings, there's so much that we don't know. You know, we know that there's a universe, but how do we know where the universe ends? Is there a wall? And if there's a wall, what's on the other side of that wall? We don't know. Like, just be open. Just be open.
That's important, because peer pressure is, to me, is one of the main blockers in terms of thinking outside of the box, right? So if you can secure that mastermind group early on, then you should be set. But like you ladies said, if you haven't, you have to do some self-evaluation so that you can even identify. Not to, you know, turn this from the you show to the me show, but I do have an example, and this example is to be encouraging, right? Because I can remember the first year I went to college, and I came back to DC, and I was around my neighborhood, and I was hanging with all of my guys. We, you know, doing whatever we do, and a light bulb went off. Right now, mind you, I had gone to school, so this is summer I came back. And I was like, you know what? I'm not staying here. I'm about to go downtown. We don't go downtown. I went downtown and I went to museums. I was everywhere. I was gone all day. And that was like, that was in the morning. It was like afternoon. And I did all that stuff, learned all that stuff, did all what I used to call white people stuff, right? I went and did all that stuff, right? And I came back and man, everybody was still there. The only difference was they was drunk and high, but that was it. It was still the same, like they was all in the same parking lot. And that's when the light bulb went off for me. But I don't know what it'll take, but it got to be something that would trigger you to be like, you know what, hold on, man, like something's different. Something got to give.
I think a part of that is who you're around. Like just for me, for an example, like all my life until my 30s, all I wanted to do was be a nurse. I had done different entrepreneurial things, sold Mary Kay, did all kinds of little things, but that was never the be all for my life. I would joke about getting a pink Cadillac, but I wasn't really like into that world, right? But then some other things happened. My brain started opening up to other possibilities. I found another opportunity, and that was really the catalyst to be like, dang girl, like you don't have to be a nurse for the next 40 years. You could literally do what you want to do, make the kind of money you want to make, and really have an impact on the world and people, because that's ultimately like what speaks to me is impacting the world, not just going to work and changing somebody's poopy butt that laid in the bed. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
It's about being around other people that will expand your mind. Am I breaking up again?
No. I'm shifting this thing. So this is another reason why I'm about to go over to Facebook and see if anybody had any questions. Because let me just see what's going on over here. It's kind of delayed. See what's going on.
I see Tavia laughing. Are you laughing at me?
No, okay, a lot of people just, they trademarking the hashtag nobody's coming. I think I'm about to put that on the shirt. Hashtag nobody's coming, man. They not. But, okay, so this is the time for you guys to, if and when you want to be found, please let the people know where they can find you and how we go about it.
Well, they can find us on our social media platforms. We're on Instagram.
Okay.
And look at All Blaq Everything. So that is all, ALL. Blaq is BLAQ. Everything is spelled with a THANG. Okay.
It's spelled with soul, God damn it.
Yes, we had to.
That's right.
So All Blaq Everything, and it's the same on Facebook and Instagram. Our website is on both of our platforms, and if you wanted to email us directly, it's allblaqeverything@gmail.com. We make it pretty easy for you guys to reach us. Our DM is always open. We're very quick to respond to any messages. So hit us up. We love talking to people. We're very personable.
I'm about to bring, let me see here. Let me see if I'm savvy enough. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
And that's you guys right there.
That's us.
So how, this is my last question. This to me the most important question. It doesn't necessarily mean in a specific way, but how can we as your community better support you ladies and the movement that you guys have created? How can we be a better support to you?
Come out. Tell your people about us. Share our posts. Tell your friends and family. And they don't have to be just Black people. You know, like our vendors are Black because this is, you know, for our community, but ultimately it's about the world as a community, right? So white people, Hispanic people, Asian people, Indian people, Pacific Islanders, all of y'all are welcome. Come to our events, come meet us, come commune with us, come shop with us, come experience our culture, come just say hi, you know, share our posts, let people know what we're doing. If you know somebody who has a product who would want to be a vendor, tell them about us. Hit us up, let us know who they are so we can hit them up. You know, like it's a community. We don't know everybody, so we get to grow together.
Yeah. All that is essentially free. You know, like our post telling someone about us. I mean, the only thing that's potentially going to cost you money is if you buy some products. But I can assure you, like, I am a customer service snob, right? And I critique almost everything. And there has never been an event that we had that I was not in awe of, like the products that the vendors have. Like we bring out some pretty rare talent. Like we had a vendor that makes butter, like handmade churned butter. Okay, like
that ain't easy.
Bread that you cook with. We have a guy that makes toothbrushes and cutting boards. Like we find such unique talent, and we just want to showcase it, and we want everyone to know about it. So even if you don't spend money, you can come to the event, and like Michelle said earlier, you can network. You can network your tail off. That is free. You can be entertained because we always have some type of musician or artist, some type of performer at our events, so that it's not just shopping. Like it's a whole experience for you. So just rock with us. You know, like once you follow us, turn your notifications on, because you know how those algorithms are set up. Might not find, you know, you might not see what's happening, but just keep in mind every third Friday. That's our thing. Every third Friday, we do Black Fridays. That's when our events are, every third Friday. So you can always catch us. It's always in Third Ward at the Onyx Room, which is 2401 Francis Street. It's right up the street from Emancipation Park. So we're always going to be there every third Friday. But we have a lot of other things going on too. So if you just follow us, share everything, it's all free. It's all free. We just need the support. We need to, you know, broaden our the awareness to
audience.
Yeah, we don't know everyone. So if you're starts following us, and then people that, you know, it's just gonna be like a snowball effect. You just need support. And then, I mean, we're always open for monetary donations and support. If there's any companies out there that believe in what we're saying, we would love to collab with you.
Y'all better come correct though. I'm speaking on behalf of the sisters. Y'all want to support, but y'all come correct too though. Don't come with the BS, because what you guys have put together is very important. And I know that you guys put in a lot of work. So it's for all you people lurking. Come correct. Y'all gonna come correct.
Off your screen. But you know what? Like in all seriousness, come correct, because yes, we want to bring people together, but there's a certain type of audience we are looking for. Like we are only looking to showcase excellence. And you know, my excellence might not be someone else's, but me and Michelle's Black excellence is the same. So everyone might not be a part of our tribe if they don't display excellence. I mean, if you follow our page, you'll see that every Friday I do a highlight segment where I do, you know, focus on a Black business that I've experienced. Sometimes there are Black businesses I've experienced that didn't really meet my standards. So I won't ever talk about negative stuff, always positive. But please come correct. Like I already said, I'm a customer service snob. So if your level is not up here, then but we're willing to help you. Like, don't get it. Like, we're willing to help you and help you, you know, emerge into that excellent level you need to be at, because we want everyone to win, and everyone just might not know. So it just takes a little nudge on the shoulder, like, hey, did you know, like, Michelle every month does educational Zoom seminars where she's going to be teaching people the best way to have a successful vendor event. So those, you know, to those, because if you've never done a vendor event, she's going to be dropping jewels to help you get to that level. So we're all about teaching. As long as we're down to teach. We're not just going to be like, oh, you're not correct, so you can't us. No, if you're open to learning, we got you. We got you.
You guys heard it, man. Number one, thank you, ladies, for being my first Zoom interview. I'm so glad that we weren't on Instagram, because then I would have felt rushed. And I'm glad that you guys got out everything that you guys got out, because it's all jewels. I appreciate you guys. Honestly.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate you letting us get our message out too. Like, that means a lot. That's something that's exactly like what we're talking about. We get to come together and help each other, you know. We promote you, you promote us. That's just the way it goes.
100%. That's how it's going to go if we want to actually get some growth popping over on this side. Because remember, nobody's coming, people. They're not coming. They not coming.
Hashtag they not coming.
Hashtag nobody's coming. Okay. Look here. On that note, I want to thank the people who stopped past. I want to thank the people who will see this later on. If you don't know, we do this every Sunday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 Central Standard Time. And our motto, if you don't know, shame on you already, is if you call yourself a hustler and your hustle motivates, then you got to check in. And on that note, we out. Ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we definitely be linking up. I'm going to come and party with y'all at some point, and we're going to do business too.
All right.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good night.
You too.
Peace out.